Willie Contraband here, and welcome to Beyond Duality.
Beyond duality, three eyes in a circle. Willie Contraband, no soul, controversial. Facts on facts, but my name's not Urkel. Hit 'em where it hurts till their heart turns purple. They say they got your back.
Alright, how y'all doing? You still here? Alright, cause I'm back, baby. For those who don't know, I go by the name Willie Contraband. This is my channel Beyond Duality, where we go deep into astrology, tarot, and all the mysteries and wonders of this world and this universe. For anyone that's returning, that's been a subscriber for a while, welcome back. I miss y'all. I hope y'all miss my face. I hope y'all been well. I definitely want to get into what I've been up to and where I've been and my hiatus. But before we go into that, I'll leave that for later. I definitely just want to talk about astrology. I really miss getting into these talks, and I've been setting myself up in my personal life and my business life to be able to get back to this so that we can make this a more frequent thing. But definitely I appreciate everybody tuning in, and yeah, let's just get into it. I got a little list of what I want to go through. So biggest thing is it's Aries season. It's the new year, the actual new year. So the astrological new year, nature's new year, pretty much like Mama Earth's birthday, you know what I'm saying? And the earth is all of our mothers. So this is a time where cycles are ending, cycles are beginning. There's opportunity to embed new patterns into our lives. Aries season also is about high energy, because when the sun is in Aries, it's in exaltation. So the sun is the happiest in Aries, even though that's not its natal home. It's one of the houses, one of the Aries houses, constellations. There you go. One of the constellations that it's most happy, feels really comfortable in, gets really loose and gets bright. Obviously it's a spring equinox, so the sun's at like the pinnacle of reaching to its height, until we get to the summer solstice. But now it's getting back to that. It's getting to that pinnacle area where we got longer days now, So Aries season is, I've been waiting for Aries season since like October, November, to be honest. But Aries season's about, not thinking. We go through Aquarius season where it's like, genius archetype, we're getting downloads, we're going into deep thought, up and down in your mental realms of like seeing both sides of things. Also going from Aquarius season to Pisces season, all that deep thought turns into deep feeling, deep emotion. And sometimes, even though mental stimulation, emotional stimulation is important, it sometimes makes us hesitate to, do the things we want to do, or, go for what we want. And all the stuff that we bubbled up from Aquarius season, Pisces season, all that air and that water, that hydrogen, oxygen, you know what I'm saying, was bubbling up right before Aries season was coming. And Aries is bringing that fire to be like, yo, just go do it. Just do what you want to do. Don't think about it too much. Don't sit down and plan too much. It's a time, I feel like it's beyond planting seeds. I feel winter time is the time to plant seeds, and spring is when things start springing up. It becomes evident. It starts showing itself. It starts surfacing. So, it's time for just movement. Aries season is the beginning. It's the first fire sign. So fire is always in motion. You know, fire is always moving. Fire is never even still. Even when it looks like it's still like, you know. So I definitely recommend just going with your instincts, you know, whatever you feel or whatever is pushing you or pulling you in a certain direction. Definitely go. Don't hesitate. You know, Aries, usually it's like, don't think, just do. And either way you learn, because if it goes well, you're like, okay, bet, it worked. If it doesn't go well, you could look back real quick and be like, all right, I know where I messed up, or you see, this is where I went wrong. So Aries is also about natural leadership. You know, this is a time to be a leader of yourself. You know, what direction do you want your life to go in? And that's not a question for you to ask someone else. That's a question for you to ask yourself, you know. So definitely, you know, fire energy right now is also, fire resembles or symbolizes spirit. It symbolizes drive, ambition, passion, you know, action. So that's something you definitely want to do right now. You want to pull the trigger and just go for it. You know, don't think about it too much, because you don't want to lose this opportunity, this window right now of setting up the rest of your year. You know, it's kind of how, like, on the Gregorian calendar, you know, our regular calendars that we usually use, how the new year is January, right? December 31st is New Year's Eve. January 1st is New Year's. And you know, they get us ready. Oh, what's your resolution? What are you leaving behind? What are you aiming for? And what's your goals for the next year? But really, it's like they got us doing that in the middle of winter, where it's like winter's the season of death. You know, it's time to slow down. It's time to hibernate. It's time to, like, take a step back. And, you know, they got us on that wave, on that cycle, which is not natural. It's not nature's new year. So you kind of want to take those concepts and bring it into Aries season. You know, this is your time to, like, really be like, what am I leaving behind? And what am I bringing into these next 12 months of this new year? You know, also it's like setting the tone, you know, setting the pace. We're coming from a time where 2 years plus ago, you know, society, the collective, was fast paced. Everything was like do 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 do, right? We never got a break. Everyone's running around on this fucking hamster wheel, just grinding it out. And, you know, that fast life that we used to live before the pandemic, BC. You know what I'm saying? 2019 BC, before COVID. So now, you know, we got 2 years of, like, slowing down, you know. And now it's like that almost became a part of our cycle, new cycles that we pretty much absorbed, of, like, not having that much ambition or energy or drive to do things the way we used to. You know, the way we wake up and go to our 9 to 5s and, you know, bust our ass and just work hard and always work hard and barely sleep. And then we went these past 2 years of, like, now all we do is rest. All we do is been sleeping. All we've been having is downtime, you know, and that slowed us down. And we're at a point now where a lot of energy is set up to benefit us right now. You know, all the planets are not retrograde. They're all direct right now. So the thing with that is we usually at least have one planet in retrograde, which is, you know, always bringing a delay or slowing something down in an area in our lives. But right now, all the planets got the green light. So this is a chance for us to really push, at least for the next month or so, because I know they're going to be direct until probably, like, May, I believe. This is our chance to really, like, hit hard, activate everything we want to do, but setting that tone, setting the pace, you know, the rate of your energy for the next year, the next 12 months. Because, like I said, 2 years plus ago, we was all fast paced. These last 2 years was very slow paced. Now we're at this place where we have to find balance. You know, what I learned personally in the last 2 years is to stop working so hard and learning how to work smart, Also, I still am learning this to today, but a major lesson is learning how to rest, and learning that rest is also productive, because rest is like restoration, to restore, to generate more, so that's productive, and in my eyes. So Aries season is definitely bringing that energy where we could set ourselves up right now. We could set ourselves up for the future in terms of these next 12 months, how we want things to play out for us. The future is always uncertain, but there's always, you have to aim at something. You have to like be headstrong like Aries and like the ram, and go aim at that and go for it. You know what I mean? So you need something, you need a goal. It doesn't have to be like business wise, it doesn't have to be like money, it doesn't have to be successfulness or whatever, but a goal, whether it's like to be healthy or to be in a good mental health place, to be in a good harmony with your spirit, whatever it may be. And one thing too that I learned over the last 2 years is that we don't have to feel like we got to get everything done right away. You don't got to get everything done this 1 year, these next 12 months. You could choose, because it's like we are starting to generate more energy and have this open window to build momentum again in our lives and in society. So it's like we don't want to go all out and go right back into the shit that we used to be. We want to slowly, gradually, brick by brick, put our life together, so that by the end of the year we start seeing something coming together. But this is the chance to put that in the ground, like plant that seed, but more than just plant it and leave it, you start watering it, coming every day, talking to it, making sure it's good, making sure it's getting enough sunlight. That's the things of taking action. You don't plant a seed and you just sit in the house and be like, oh, I hope it gets enough water, I hope it gets enough sunlight, I hope it's in good soil. Like, you got to go out there and just do it. You got to water it, make sure the soil's good, etc., etc. So that's the place we're at right now, Aries season. I also got a chart pulled up so I could see the energy live and direct right now. So we got the sun in Aries, but we got Jupiter, Neptune, and Mercury and Pisces. I mean, Pisces been going through so much energy. The sun just got out of Pisces too. But, with all this energy in Pisces this year, this is the year to dream big, to dream the dream, to go all out with your imagination. Like, whatever you could fathom in your brain, it could happen out here. And this is the year that does it, because for Jupiter and Neptune, Jupiter, planet of expansion, of fortunes, Neptune, planet of dreams, of also big stage, imagination, also delusion. But delusion could be beneficial sometimes, because that's like, it's like the quote of like, the people that are crazy enough to think they could change the world are the ones that are gonna do it. And that's the energy that Neptune brings. Sometimes when someone's very Neptunian, very heavy on the energy, people don't understand them. They're like, yo, that person's in a different world. But with all this energy in Pisces, this is the time to dream the dream big. Anything that you want to start coming into fruition, this is the year, because it's like the universe, God is saying, hey, there's no limit, there's no boundaries right now, because that's also very Neptunish Pisces. There's no boundaries, the ocean. But then with Jupiter there, it's Jupiter, the way Jupiter works is whatever you focus on grows, that's principles and law of attraction. But with Jupiter, it's like that. It's a benefic planet, so it brings you things. Whatever you want, it brings in. And then when it brings it expands, it brings more and more and more, So if you're able to just focus on positive things, on where you want your life to go, this is the year to do it. Right now is the time to set that mindset, to take action, even if it's the first baby steps. But for the rest of the year, oh my God, with Jupiter is going to be in Pisces most of the year, then go into Aries for a couple months, which is going to blast everything that you're thinking about right now and everything that you working on right now. Then it's going to go back into Pisces to put the dream on overdrive, to be like, hey, this is the last time I'm going to be home, because Jupiter and Neptune are home right now. This hasn't happened in like hundreds of years. You know, this is not no like, oh, it'll come back next year, we got a couple years. Jupiter don't come back into Pisces for like 12 years. But Neptune's not going to come back for a long time till we old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. It's a couple decades type, you know? So we have a great opportunity right now to manifest. That's why everyone's on, right? Everyone wants to manifest. This is your fucking chance to manifest whatever the fuck it is that you can have, that you have in here for years. Whatever it was that you thought was going to happen in 2020, you know, because right now a lot of things, placements from 2020 are getting activated, you know, things that we were getting ready to gear up and achieve in our lives, because we thought 2020 was going to be that big year for all of us. It's actually 2022. 2022 is about you. So what are you going to do about your life? How are you going to set yourself up? How are you going to set up your dream life right now? You know, that's with the Neptune and Jupiter and Pisces energy right now. With Mercury and Pisces, oh my goodness. We just tapping into the fucking ethers right now. We're tapping into source energy. We're tapping into God, and you got to trust it. You got to believe it. When you get an intuition and gut feelings and your instincts, trust it, you know. Even if it feels crazy or it seems crazy in your head, and you're like, this is impossible. There's no way I could bring this to life. You never know. Another thing that I see, we got Pluto and Capricorn in the final degrees. Let me see if I get a accurate 28 degrees 18 minutes. So holy moly, we're at the final stages of Pluto finishing its trip in Capricorn, destroying the system as we know. You know, I think it's been in there for about 8 years already, or 12 years. I think 16 almost, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it. Pluto's in every house for a while, in every sign. But we're at the end of that, and usually what happens when a planet's at the final degrees of a sign or a house, it's very intense. It's very it has to say it's goodbye. It's a final departure. It's like, you're gonna remember me. I'm not coming back here for a long time, so you're gonna remember me. And what Pluto does is it's rebirth, you know, it's destruction, but it's to come to life again, you know, in a new way. Pluto's also power, you know, and to be in Capricorn, where Capricorn rules all those things, you know, our systems, the people in power, it's the reason we're experiencing everything we've been experiencing. You know, it's just been getting more intense the last 2 years, but Pluto's been in there for a while. A lot of astrologers been talking about this for years, of how the system was going to collapse. And we're at the end of it. You know, Pluto, these next 2 degrees, the final degrees in Capricorn, I think it's going to be for the rest of the year. What happens is that once Pluto is fully in Aquarius, that's when we start seeing the new system really get implemented. Right now we're getting a lot of signs. Right now we're getting a lot of foresight, you know, of what's happening, how some things are not functioning no more, and how, you know, other things look like are going to come and take place of a lot of other things. You know, there's going to be a lot of financial things that are going to change, alternative education, alternative ways of medicine, alternative ways to heal yourself. You know, that's why all these things are popping up right now. Pluto is like, I'm destroying everything that you guys thought you knew was, you know. And that's what this pandemic's been about. It's the end of the world, but the end of the world as we know it, you know. The earth is always going to be here. The world's always going to be here. The universe is going to always be here. It's whether we are going to be here for long or not. So we have to adapt. The world as we know it has changed. but it's not fully evident. And with these last degrees with Pluto and Capricorn, it's going to destroy what's left, and next year we'll start seeing what's evident. And talking about 2020, those placements that I mentioned earlier that are getting activated again, it's the Mars and Venus entering Aquarius, that 29 degree of Capricorn going to that 0 degree of Aquarius, where the great conjunction happened, where Jupiter and Saturn met and Pluto met there, 2020 and 2021. What this is like bringing back up is, partnerships, ventures that you're probably going on, plans and ideas and dreams that you had in 2020 probably coming back, and there's opportunities popping up, or there's chances of, oh, I could make this happen now, especially Mars and Venus being there. Mars is technically in detriment in Aquarius, but with Venus being there, kind of gives Mars a little more energy to be like, I gotta show off, I gotta make sure I'm still strong and stuff. But at the same time, you might have been experiencing fluctuations in your energy levels. With Mars, Mars is your energy, your drive, your ambition, and I feel like that place getting activated from 2020, that 0 degree in Aquarius, is kind of like making you want to do things, and it's Aries season at the same time, and it's like, you feel something bubbling up inside of you, and there's energy that wants to come out, and you just don't know how to get it out. And Mars in Aquarius, it's like sometimes you're at a high, sometimes it's like you feel like, oh, okay, I'm about a beast, I can knock out all the things on my to-do list, I could get this done, I got all the energy to do all the things I want. And then it could come either within that same day or the next day where you're just like, I need to just like chill out, I need to rest, I need to relax, I need to take it slow, I need to take it easy. That energy also comes from there was a Mars and Pluto conjunction not too long ago as well, where it kind of started forcing us to channel our energy in the right way, or in an efficient way, better to say. So now what's happening is with this Aquarius Mars Venus energy, there's also Saturn and Aquarius, where Mars and Saturn is about to conjunct on April 5th in a couple weeks. So there's a lot of lessons we're learning right now in terms of ourselves, in terms of how we relate to other people, in terms of what's our boundaries with other people, and with not specifically just people, but also what's our boundaries with like work, what's our boundaries with our hobbies, what's our boundaries with our downtime at home, when it's like, all right, I've been binge watching Netflix for the last 6 hours, I've been scrolling up and down TikTok for the last 8 hours, like, where's my boundary with that? So this is lessons we're going to be learning with Saturn and Mars conjuncting too in Aquarius, where there's a need for freedom right now. It's kind of like we just want to do what we want to do, you know what I mean? Like, things are starting to pick back up again. They got us all messed up with the economy, the gas prices and resources and all this stuff, and it's like, why am I in this? Like, why am I going through this? Like, why am I having this human experience at this specific time? And what it's trying to teach us is, like, first of all, less is more. This is activating a lot of 2020 stuff, where it's like, we don't need as much as we think we need. Also, it's like the resource stuff too, is that like they're gonna try to get everybody to go to supermarkets and buy out everything just like it was in 2020 when everything happened, so we got to realize, like, all right, that's not gonna be efficient for me. How can I guarantee sustainability and longevity? These are things that Saturn, Mars, Venus, and Aquarius are making us think of, because Venus is also value. It's money, it's the physical, the tangible, it's beauty. These things are all fluctuating. What is our value on beauty? What is our value on resources? What is our value on money? You know, what's our value in the things that we spend our time and energy in? You know, do we feel restricted, that Saturn energy, or are we actually learning certain things? And maybe it's not restriction, maybe it could be discipline. Discipline. You know, people don't like that word, but we need to be self-disciplined, because the way the collective and society and the systems are moving right now, you know, we're at the end times. So it's like, you know, we have to be well equipped, you know, and this is spiritual warfare, and you got to carry your peace. If you always have your peace with you, if you always have your peace with you and within you, you are always safe. If you stay connected, you stay protected. You feel me? So I feel like that's the Mars Saturn energy that's coming. Venus is right there hanging around with them too. And this means a lot as well, that if we could get through this time, you know, Mars, Venus is about to go into Pisces sooner or later. You know what I mean? So, you know, Mars is not the happiest in Pisces, but it knows it's almost home. And there's a certain relationship, even though it sounds like it's opposite, but like Mars, a fire planet, with Pisces, which is water energy, we all associate with water and fire almost being complete polar opposites, where there's a whole relationship that they have where they could coexist. You know, fire is almost like electricity. You know, when electric shocks, it burns things. You know, it's a higher voltage of fire. You know, so it's like the way you gotta think of how electricity could move quickly through water. You know, so the energy that we're experiencing now, having certain restrictions on us or limitations, self-discipline, you know, our values, getting our values aligned in terms of value of money, value of what's beautiful or what's positive or beneficial for your life, value of monetary items, of how you go about your life. You know, all these things are going to come into place. Right now we have to be disciplined and, you know, keep ourselves in certain boundaries, so that when we get into Pisces, we don't just fucking start swimming all over the place and forget everything we learned. You know, we start directing that fire, that electricity through the water and get to where we want to go quicker. Because when Mars, especially Venus, gets in Pisces, oh my God, Venus is an exaltation in Pisces. Venus loves being in Pisces because that's where she's free and she gets to live the fucking dream, gets to be in the fantasy. Pisces brings the dream world to the 3D. So Venus, being super third dimensional energy element, loves being in Pisces. You know, Earth with water, but the water, it makes things grow. You know, so all the things we're going through right now, all the discipline you're gonna have to put yourself through, because it feels like so much energy wants to come out of you right now. But you have to be smart, efficient, and sustainable for longevity. So learning when to rest. Every day is going to be different right now. We're not even in normal time no more. We're in quantum time. So it's like every day is 2 days. Like, what do you call today? Today. It's 2 days because there's a day and there's a night. There's 2 sets of 12 hours. You know what I mean? That's the 24 hours, but it's 2 sets of 12s. There's a day and a night. It's today. Today is 2 days. We're in quantum time right now, so even within one day, a lot could happen. In one day, you could get a lot done. You could still rest a lot. You could take naps. You could go to sleep. You could have a little siesta. You know what I mean? But listen to your body. Listen to your energy levels. You know, don't fully listen to your mind, because your mind's always like, I could do more, until it burns out, and then it's like, hey, I can't do nothing no more. You know, you want to keep that good moderation, because as the energy keeps moving, remember, all planets are direct right now. You know, there's no planets retrograde right now, so we have to take advantage of this, but also not burn ourselves out. Keyword is keeping that rate, you know, that pace, setting the tone for the rest of the year, because the energy right now, this is the best it's gonna get right now, to be honest. You know, later on in the year, you know, it's gonna get a little crazy. Things are gonna shake up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna shake up more than it has, and we're at a good point of the year right now. You know, so I just want everyone to be prepared. You know, there's not for you to be scared. It's just to be aware and prepared, you know. I feel we all have great opportunity right now to make things happen, you know. And a lot of things come from here. You know, they say the universe is mental, you know, and what's mental is words, and words could turn into worlds, you know. Another aspect I want to tell you guys about too is April 18th, Mars and Neptune conjunct. And this could be one of the luckiest aspects we have, because Mars is, like I said, drive, passion, action, ambition, movement. In Pisces with Neptune and home and Pisces, where Neptune is, like I said, the dream, imagination. It's also your subconscious, you know. It's bringing everything that's deep inside you and bringing it out, you know. This is an opportunity to be more expressive with yourself and who you are, because Mars is also, you know, I'm strong, this is who I am, hear me roar, you know what I mean? But with that Pisces, it brings a balance where it's like you could feel more genuine, authentic emotions around the things you want to do, around the things you want to achieve, you know. But Pisces also, Neptune and Pisces also receptive energy, where Mars is going for it, is direct, is, you know, going into it, you know. So there's a lot of energy that it's like, all right, all of this is going to be coming out at the same time, receive. So that's April 18th, you know. These next, well, that's about a month, or 3 weeks, about 3 weeks to a month. So, you know, this is the time to set that tone, because when April 18th comes, it's going to show a lot of things, whether it's becoming evident in your own personal bubble or with the people that you're encountering too. Because, you know, Pisces energy is also the whole, the all, the one, you know, where Mars is kind of like myself, the one I, instead of the one we. So there's going to be an interesting mesh with that. But astrologers say that's going to be one of the luckiest days this year. And it's right around the time that we're going to be like full blast with the energy. And there's not going to be things slowing us down. You know, the only thing that could slow us down is us. And that's why I emphasize on setting the tone and not overworking yourself, not burning out, not working like you used to work 2 years ago, you know. Working in a way that it's like, all right, I still feel good, I still feel healthy, my mental space is clear, my mental space is good, I can actually think, you know what I mean? You just don't want to like go and pass out or just, you know, intoxicate yourself. That's one thing we gotta be aware of too right now that I'm thinking of, that I think I'm saying it out loud. You know, Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces, it's like very like trippy energy, intoxication energy, you know, wanting to do drugs or wanting to escape. You know, that could be one of the flip sides of all this energy that we're experiencing. You know, there's the side of Neptune and Jupiter that is dream the dream big, go for it all, whatever you could think of, you know. Imagination is amazing, but then sometimes we could get lost in that imagination, especially when you are experimenting or adding other drugs, other substances, other chemicals that will get your body out of line, you know. Because right now it's almost like we could be tripping sober. Like, I don't know about y'all, I mean, I'm just a weird dude anyways, but I be tripping every day almost. Like, you know, I be high every day, like off life, just off the things that are happening around me, just by observing and, you know, the alignments that are happening in my life and how things just pop up and they're random, but they're not really random, you know. It's just amazing, you know. So that's one thing just to be aware of. Definitely, you know, don't go too hard with drugs or alcohol, because it will set you know, escapist type of mood where it's like things are gonna get overwhelming this year, you know, because it's like everything's getting back in motion, you know. So it's like you want to be here for that, you know. You don't want to be too far away. I'm not saying no, don't do what you do, but this is part of Saturn in Aquarius, where it's like you want to be free, but at the same time it's like you got to know that in order to be free there has to be discipline. You have to create boundaries for yourself, you have to create limits for yourself, You know, if not, someone else creates it for you. You know, because freedom ain't free. There's a price you got to pay, and it's not money. You feel me? So definitely be careful with the drugs and alcohol. Don't go too crazy, or at least not every day or too frequently, because whatever you do frequently becomes your frequency. You heard me? And I think that's it. In terms of the celestial sky, the major readings, major aspects. Let's see. I did want to do tarot reading for the collective, a very quick one, just to, you know, get the energy, get the vibes back. So give me a second, let me get the cards. Okay. I'm excited. Got the new Vision Tarot cards for my returning subscribers, my Contra Bandits. Yeah, I probably remember these. I've had them for years. I think almost a decade, to be honest. Holy crap. Wow. But I'm gonna do 3 cards. Holy crap. They're just popping out. Alright. I'm gonna do 3 cards for the collective. And let's see what happens. Oh. Alright. So I'm gonna do it in the order they came in. Actually 4 cards dropped. Wow. Okay. So let's start them in order. I'll share with you guys as we go along. The first card that dropped, this is funny as hell. I can't make this up, guys. You know, you guys are my witness. We got the Sun card, baby. Let's get it. Aries season. You think we playing out here? You think Spirit playing? You think Source playing? I can't make this up. I just shuffled the cards and they popped out. We're talking about Aries season. We're talking about the Sun and exaltation. We said that in the beginning of this video. This is crazy because to me it's showing that there are things to look forward to. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, because we're at the end of the fucking tunnel right now. You know what I mean? There is a light there. There's something to look forward to. There is reasons to be happy. You know, you see the person on the horse naked with the flag. You know what I mean? That's representing freedom as well. You know, it represents you being yourself more than anything. You know. And that's what Aries season's about too. It's about ego. Ego. Oh, that's a bad word. Nah. Ego's not actually a bad word. You know, there is such thing as healthy ego, and I feel like that's what we could create this year. You know, that just came in. Like, it's time for a healthy ego, because it's time for us to remember who we are. You know, it's time for us to be who we are, more than just remember, you know. And that's the opportunity we got here right now. All this energy, no planets in retrograde, Aries season, where it's like, yo, take action, you know. Whatever you think, don't think about it too much, just go do it. Whatever you feel, don't feel about it too much, just go do it. So that's very interesting. Then the next card that popped out was that 7 of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So 7 of Wands, for those who don't know, Wands represents fire. For real. So we're talking about fire energy, fire element. You know, fire is spirit, fire is action, passion, movement. It's about staying in motion. You know, movement, but also staying in motion, because whatever's in motion stays in motion. Newton's law or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when we're talking about 7 of Wands, you can see that he has his wand and he's kind of like fighting against people. Like, he's on this hill or this mountaintop or whatever it may be, and he's kind of trying to keep people down, and you can see there's smoke all over. There's some destruction going on, and this kind of goes full circle to what I was saying before, where we're in the astrological new year, nature's new year, where when something's new, when there's a new thing coming about, that means something is ending at the same time. Something new could also be referenced as a creation Creation is usually new when you're creating something, but that means there has to be destruction. You have to destroy to create new. Destroy the old, create the new. Destroy the old, create the new. You know, generator, operator, destroyer, God. Destruction turns into generating creation. You know, we have to make clear of things. You know, talking about this healthy ego, talking about boundaries. Wow, we were just talking about boundaries. You know, you might be on your way to embodying your healthy ego, and people might not like that, because there's a lot of people that are staying in that old world, you know, staying in that lower frequency, that denser energy, where they're like, hey, why are you happy? Nothing's even happening for you. Why the world, don't you see the world is falling into shit? Don't you see there's wars, and don't you see this and that and blah blah blah? Like, what do you mean you're gonna try to do better for yourself? This is the end of the world. What do you mean? All those distractions, all that negative energy, that dense, low energy, keep it away. This is the boundaries we were just talking about. This is where Saturn comes in play. Where Mars, because Mars is fire, wands energy, meets Saturn on April 5th. That conjunction where it's like, yo, there's going to be a lot of energy happening. There's going to be a lot of movement. A lot of things are going to start shifting and falling into place. But at the same time, there's going to be people around you that are like, don't want you to progress, you know. The things that you're trying to attract, other people are going to try to distract. You feel me? So it's keeping those distractions at a distance, you know, not letting people that you know are negative, that you know never have nothing good to say about anything you want to do, you know, not letting them into your space. You have to have a safe space, you know, an energy field where it's like, hey, when I'm not feeling good, or I know you don't bring a certain type of energy that makes me feel good, I gotta keep that away, because we're not fucking playing those games no more, okay? This is what it's saying. Everyone's scared of Saturn, but Saturn is what makes shit happen. Saturn is what puts shit in its place, you know? Saturn is gonna allow you to be like, I have boundaries. I'm sorry, maybe you didn't know before. Maybe you didn't know these last year or two. Maybe you didn't know all the years we've been friends, or, you know, the relation that we have, whether it's family or romantic partner or whatever. Maybe you didn't know, or maybe I just didn't have the fucking balls to tell you before, because I was trying to make everybody happy before. But no, I have boundaries now. And that's what we're talking about, because you're in a good place. We're going to have a healthy ego this year, baby. We're going to find our identity again. We're going to remember who we are. We're going to be who we are. So you need boundaries so you don't forget, or people take that from you. Sorry I'm getting crazy, but you know why? Because look what's next. Ace of Pentacles, baby. You think we playing? There's that Earth energy. That's Venus coming along. We just talk about the Sun. We just talk about that Mars energy. Now we got Venus. Saturn energy too. But now we got Venus. Saturn's also Earth. Venus is also Earth. This is saying there's new things coming into your Earth energy. There's new things, and it's tangible shit. Whether it's money, new ventures, new business, new lifestyle, new diet. What is it that you want? This is what we talked about. Where are you going to put your mind to? What's the seeds that you're planting? Because it's coming. So same thing with Jupiter energy. Whatever you focus on is going to grow. And just to fucking expand on this, King of Pentacles. You think we playing? You think we playing? Saturn's up in here, mother suckers. Sorry I'm getting crazy, but I'm feeling the energy. King of Pentacles with Ace of Pentacles. It's saying, yo, don't let nothing distract you. The attractions could be yours. Jupiter, the way Jupiter and Saturn are different is that Saturn doesn't reward you until you learn the lesson, and then leaves that house, or it leaves that sign. Jupiter blesses you while he's in the house. While Jupiter's in Pisces at home, all your blessings are right here. And it's saying by the end of the year, boom, King Pentacles. You can see your dream life come into fruition. But you got to remember who you are and be who you are. Take action. Be that person every day. Take that action with your passion, that fire, and no distractions for your attractions. Keep people at a distance. You know, keep those boundaries. Boundaries are important. Boundaries is self-love. You know, with the Ace of Pentacles, it's saying it's right there waiting for you. The universe is going like this, like, yo, grab this. But sometimes it's like even things are in front of our face, we can't grab it because we're either distracted by the phone or by the news or what this person said or whatever the hell that, sometimes things could be much easier than we even think. And in this terms, in this situation, is don't even think about it. Just go for it. Go grab the things that you want. Because by the end of the year, oh yeah, baby, King of Pentacles, you're going to be in a very good place. If you allow that healthy ego to bloom and flourish, you're going to be in a healthy place if you don't allow other people to intrude and break through your boundaries. Because that's what Saturn's here for in Aquarius. Saying like, oh yeah, it was fun being free before in terms of doing whatever the hell you want with no consequences, or messing around with people that probably didn't have the best interest in you, but you always turned out okay and you wasn't aware, so it was cool. Aquarius is about the collective, so nah, we're all good, everyone's good people. Yeah, I don't think so. For some people the program's too deep. For some people are just not good. And for others, it's just, they're fine where they're at. They're okay with the life they're living or the lack of life they're living. But is that something you want? No. Maybe. If you do, you shouldn't even be watching this. But anyways, boundaries, being yourself, staying focused. And the thing too about King of Pentacles, talking about Aries season, what comes after Aries season is Taurus season, and that's King of Pentacles, which is taking your time on things, seeing the true value in things, laying brick by brick, one brick at a time. Aries makes you feel like you gotta rush, but Aries, you use that energy to just take action, to initiate everything, because Taurus comes, and Taurus season, that energy comes and you're gonna slow down a little bit. This is why it's important to set this pace, set this tone for the year. Because when Taurus season comes is when that fire gets to get grounded. Because fire needs something to sit on. It needs something to stand on. It needs something to hold it and hold it down. If not, it disappears. For a fire to really have longevity, it needs dirt. It needs earth energy. It needs wood. You know what I mean? It needs fucking sticks and other shit. Leaves, whatever you want to throw in there. But it needs that earth energy, and that's what King of Pentacles is showing. Especially that Uranus is in Taurus, still for another like 2-3 years. But this is that energy of, hey, things are going to be shaky. There's going to be a lot of distractions. But just be who you are. Don't care what people say. That's healthy ego. Toxic ego cares what other people think and be like, oh, I gotta match them up with that energy, and brings you back down. Oh, they said this to me, I gotta do that back to them, or whatever, blah blah blah. Healthy ego is like, keep it moving. I know who I am. I know who I gotta be. I know how to express myself. If I don't want, remember, Jupiter, whatever you focus on grows. So if you don't want a certain lifestyle that someone else lives, or you don't want things that they have in their lives, keep them at a distance, keep them away, keep those boundaries, because energy is contagious. We are products of our environments, So it's like, this is the year. Dream the dream. Anything you want, you can have. The only people that are going to stop you is yourself, and the people that you allow into your bubble, into your energy field, into your life, into those boundaries, And really, you should have boundaries with everyone. Have boundaries with yourself. Have boundaries with your romantic partner. Have boundaries with your family. Have boundaries with everyone, because, at the end of the day, no one's going to hold you down like you. No one's going to take care of you like you. It doesn't even matter if you're with someone every day. It doesn't matter if you have a partner that y'all been together for years. Boundaries, because the thing is that we are all multiple people all the time, multi-dimensional beings. So, beyond the dimensions of 3D, 4D, 5D, which is like physical and mental and spirit and emotion, energy, we're also, they say, you're somebody when you're around strangers. You're somebody when you're around your friends. You're someone when you're around your family. You're someone when you're around your romantic partner. And then you're someone when you're by yourself. So that's where the boundary comes in, no matter who it is, because you always got to be that someone that you are when you're by yourself, because that's the real you. You feel me? So I'm gonna let it go right there. Please like, share, comment. Tell them I'm back. Willie Contraband, you heard me. I'm happy to be back. I've been working on a lot of things, guys. That's why I haven't been around. But now I'm in a place that I'm able to be around. Be giving you guys more content, more information, more videos. And it's going to go beyond that. This is Beyond Duality, baby. You know, we're going to go beyond that. I've been planning this for years. You could check videos that I got from 2016, 2017, 2018, you know, talking about the things I'm about to start doing right now, you know, because we got new channel coming up. We got the Swim Network coming out. You know, if you don't know about Swim, you're going to have to check it out. Get in tune, baby. Tap in. But we got the Swim Network coming out, which is going to lead to us having apps by the end of this year. So, you know, this is the beginning. Most of my videos are going to be on the Swim Network channel, which I'm going to link you guys up with. But I'm going to have, you know, pieces for you to follow here on this channel, so you can follow the trail, you know what I mean, to downstream to the Swim Network, because we swimming, baby. It's the end times. You know, they're talking about floods. We gotta swim or you're gonna drown, baby. So I got you guys. I'm gonna hold it down. I promise. I'm a new man in terms of, like, you know, I've matured a lot, and I know how to go about things much differently, how to navigate and direct energy now. And before, it's just, I used to overload myself. You know, I used to do so much by myself that's why I would disappear at times. But we're still here, you heard? And I'm happy and grateful if you're still here with me as well. But yeah, I'll be back soon with a video. We're gonna get it in motion and stay in motion, and that's what we do. Just living life, you heard? But yeah, like, share, comment, tell a friend and tell a friend. Let me know, give me some feedback. This was some food for thought, so feed me back. Let me know if I'm crazy or if I'm not, or if I'm making stuff up, or you resonated. But other than that, this is Beyond Duality. I go by the name Willie Contraband. Support the real. You know, there's a lot of real fake stuff out here, but the real, we gotta support each other. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Much peace, much love.
Got you thinking that I'm dying, quoting all my songs, telling you that I'm lying. Don't ignore the truth, cause the truth will always find you. No matter where you go, is always right there behind you. See the shiny lights is only really there to blind you. Crazy how the stars in the sky could define you. Crazy how the stars in the sky could define you. I'm going on my mind, off a tab.